They do not want to make Memphis safe again. Trump sending the federal government and the National Guard into Memphis, Tennessee is not about the safety of the citizens. Because if they cared about the safety of the citizens, that $100 million that they took and invested into the infiltration of Memphis, they would have put that same money into MPD, into getting more police officers, into getting more police off, to get them more cars, to get them certified trainings, to build community centers in the community, to build grocery stores, to put more jobs into the community, to put that money back into the schools, into aftercare programs, so that the kids will have somewhere to go to occupy their time, so they would not turn to the streets, and to getting guns, illegal guns, off the streets. If they really want to make Memphis safe again, they would not be harassing everyday working people for tint cracks in their windshield or whatever petty things that these people are pulling people over for. It's about keeping you scared. It's about making you silent, and they want to intimidate you. Because to the citizens and the people who live in Memphis, Tennessee, who live in DeSoto County, or just the Mid-South area in general, have we not noticed that even before the election, Donald Trump had billboards in Memphis? Nobody thought that was weird, all them billboards of Donald Trump around the city. This is a majority black city, a Democratic city. Why do we have billboards of Donald Trump in the city? And now that Charlie Kirk is dead, we have Charlie Kirk billboards in the city.
We gotta be careful who we give microphones to. Unfortunately, we have freedom of speech in this country, and we don't prevent people from sounding like buffoons, from taking talking points from a bunch of different places that they don't know what they talking about, and then it starts to filter its way through into our consciences. Here's the thing. They have removed hundreds of guns off of the streets. And one of the ways that they do that is because they catch people riding dirty. All right. They have empowered Memphis police officers. That's why you actually see the police chief and the mayor, unlike other Democratic cities, working with the federal government to ensure that y'all communities are safe. Crime has plummeted. They have taken the handcuffs off the police officers so that they can actually do their jobs. That's what's happening in Memphis. That's why you see so many people having a conversation on social media and saying, oh my God, crime is down. I can't believe it. This and that and so on and so forth. The children are able to walk back and forth to school and to wherever it is that they're supposed to go. Now, when you're talking about the money and the funding, it's not the federal government's job to ensure that you guys know how to take care of your children. It's your responsibility to make sure that your children have things to do after school. It's your responsibility to ensure that your communities are safe by working with the police officers. It's your responsibility to improve the safety and the value of your homes, which Trump is doing that also by making sure that your communities are safe. The very fundamental principle of making sure that a place thrives is you have to have public safety. You have to have public safety. And for people to be sitting there complaining and whining at the fact that they are stopping crime, that you have to get your tags together, you got to get your license together, you can't be out here breaking the law. Listen, do what you're supposed to do when you ain't going to have nothing to worry about. As long as you take care of your business, then you should be happy to see people actually fixing your communities, arresting illegal migrants, busting in the doors and getting all of these drug dealers. They've taken over 20 convicted killers off the street. Over 20. Arrested hundreds of drug dealers and people that are doing things that's bad for the community. Warrants served. And so you can't please these people. Now they sitting here talking about billboards during the election cycle. What? What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? I'm very confused why it's so difficult for people to put two and two together, and then you got four. You eliminate crime and then things are safe. So we got to take care of your kids too. Federal government, taxpayers, they got to make sure your kids got latchkey and you keep having children out of wedlock. They got to make sure that you got after school programs and stuff. That's your tax dollars. Vote. Have higher than the 12% voter turnout rate, and then maybe you'll have a better turnout when it comes to what's happening inside of your communities. Nobody should have to come in and fix your community anyway. You already know who's doing all of the bad stuff in your communities.
So whatever plans they have for Memphis, they've obviously been plotting on Memphis for a long time. I guess that's why Elon Musk is here. But I digress. Because let's also talk about the fact that 201 is a shit show right now. 201 is overcrowded. People are dying in 201. And if you don't know what 201 is, that is the jail in Memphis, in downtown Memphis. People are dying. If they wanted to make Memphis safe again, they would build a better jail system. And I'm saying all these things because I'm seeing my fellow black people saying, oh, well, I mean, hey, I can't even be mad. I can finally go outside. And it is true. And it's sad that you can't go outside and you don't feel comfortable going outside. But don't thank Donald Trump.
But don't thank Donald Trump for actually allowing for y'all to be able to go outside in your own communities. Got it.
To go to your representatives in the Shelby County government and demand for them to put more money into the actual systems of government that keep the community safe. Because MPD has been a shit show for a minute. They get no respect in the streets. I'm talking about everybody know that you can do whatever you want to do in Memphis, but you better not cross state lines. You better not go in Mississippi with that. Why? Because Mississippi police do their job. MPD does not. You have the boys in Mississippi who want to be fake gangster. They go across state lines to Memphis to commit their crimes. When I was in high school, that's what they was doing. They be cool in Mississippi and South Haven and go to Memphis and show their ass and think that make them tough. So, like, people saying, oh, I'm not political and I don't believe and I don't get it. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to. Because when you're not political and you don't pay attention to that, that doesn't make you cool. That makes you ignorant. That makes you an idiot. Because this is when...
But we're going to take advice from her, though, right? Got it.
Look what happens when you're not political, when you don't pay attention, when you don't demand things from your representatives, when you don't go to your town hall meetings, when you don't teach your kids. We have to do better, and we have to open our eyes to what's going on. Because with a man like Donald Trump in office, if the government doesn't do anything to stop him, it's going to have to be us. And when y'all not focused and y'all don't understand what's really going on, that's how we continue to get fucked. Come on now, this is Memphis, Tennessee. I am a man. Dr. Martin Luther King murdered in the city. For y'all to not be into politics, to not pay attention, to be thanking Donald Trump for invading the city.
See, that's the thing. They call it an invasion. The invasion isn't the criminals that's actually destroying the city. The invasion is Donald Trump coming in and stopping the criminals from destroying the city and from stopping them to killing your kids. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Hanley, 40% off your first order. I'm so sick of it, bro. I'm so over it. Honestly, I'm so over it. Anything to make sure that my community is safer, I'm rocking with it. And I'm going to thank whoever it is that take the initiative to put that into place, even though y'all didn't necessarily rock with him in that particular city during the election. Always going to give credit to the content creator. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.